Last time on Dragon Ball Rai, what if Vegeta was female? After assembling on top of South City, Vegeta and the Dragon Team leaded a complete assault on the androids, pretty much beating them to the point where Dr. Gero had to unleash Android 17 and 18. And well, Vegeta decides to challenge Android 18 to a fight. And unlike in the original timeline, Vegeta actually seemed to know what she was doing, actually managing to counter Android 18's plan quite effectively. But then, suddenly, a bug creature made its way to Goku's house and began attacking the injured hero. Vegeta, sensing what was going on, used instant transmission to rescue her comrade from this bugman. Now recovering on top of the lookout, what becomes next is anyone's guess, because Piccolo is also on his way to the lookout. Hey guys, DB Right here, and welcome to today's video, and obviously we are continuing with What If Vegeta Was Female. Hope you enjoyed my little recap there. Little off, I admit. Gotta practice that a bit more. Alright. So, with that done, we can continue exactly where we left off. Now that Goku has managed to get himself a senzu bean and restore his left arm being restored to normal instead of really skinny thanks to imperfect cell absorbing it. They are now on top of the lookout where Goku is beginning to hatch his plan of using the Room of Spirit and Time so everyone could get strong enough to beat this creature. Because this creature's power was on a whole different level than the androids. Stronger than any one of those androids one-on-one, for sure. And Goku had a bit of a taste of that creature's current full power when he had his little tuffle with the creature. Yes, the Room of Spirit and Time may be the only way, but meanwhile, as they arrive at the lookout, they see a sight that's very surprising. There's an Namekian standing there. He's in Kami's clothes, holding Kami's staff, but is it really Kami? I mean, how could it be? This guy's like young looking, like Piccolo. But no, indeed, it is Kami. During the 3-year time gap between the warning of the androids and the actual attack, 3 years, 3 unused Dragon Ball wishes, Kami decided to use one of them to restore his youth and also raise his full potential. And he had a couple of goes in the Room of Spirit and Time to make himself stronger, foreseeing this very thing. Kami knew that his days of being the Guardian were over. Whether he'd eventually die of old age or whether Piccolo would end up dying on the battlefield, sooner or later Kami was going to have to step down. But why not step down in a way that's going to give the Earthlings and the Dragon Team a fighting chance against any other threat that may come in the future? And well, everyone is bewildered at the sight of this new Kami. That is when Piccolo turns up, and well, he does his whole song and dance about how they need his strength to face the androids, and well, Kami laying in about the new threat, Cell, which pretty much everyone else at the lookout already knows about, having seen the creature. Goku and Vegeta are the only ones at the lookout at this point, along with Chi-Chi and Yamcha, and well, they basically have to decide who's going to go into the chamber and who first. Vegeta and Goku want to go in together, and I guess that would leave Trunks and Gohan going in next. Of course, Vegeta is going to have to use instant transmission in order to grab Gohan and Trunks, which she more or less does, and meanwhile, the fusion between Kami and Piccolo goes underway, but Kami suggesting that he be the dominant body, so basically, they don't have to give up on the Dragon Balls. But DB Right, how would that work? That's not part of the story. Dragon Balls can only be there if they're separate, right? Well, I'm not entirely so sure about that. I mean, yes, when Piccolo was the dominant body, the Dragon Balls ceased to be existed, but I do believe it depends on who is the dominant body. In this case, it's Kami, so the Dragon Balls would, I believe, remain in effect. And with that, with Kami being the dominant body, and now absorbing Piccolo, Piccolo would inherit a lot of Piccolo's battle experience, if not skills, probably if not everything, plus still be able to maintain all his mystical, magical abilities, you know, him being part of the Dragon Clan back on Namek. He was a very gifted, mystical Namekian, while Piccolo was his whole warrior, war side. So Kami being the dominant body, I do believe he would inherit both Piccolo's skill and, of course, maintain his own. And I don't really see a reason why the Dragon Balls would suddenly not work because of that. If anything, you'd think the sudden increase in power would actually make the Dragon Balls stronger, perhaps capable of granting free wishes like the Namek Dragon Balls did. You know, maybe even having the ability to bring back someone more than once. There's certainly no reason for it now, and I think it is a viable change, and I think we can get away with this one. I understand it's a slippery slope. Right, so with that, Kami, or the nameless Namekian, Carmiccolo, or Piccolo-me, no, Pakami, go to face off against Imperfect Cell, and with Kami all trained up and, you know, latent potential unlocked and everything like that, they do actually give Cell quite a heck of a fight, and meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta have begun training in the Room of Spirit and Time, and much like in the original timeline, Imperfect Cell gives Piccolo the slip, and realizing that Cell realizing, of course, that he was just about to die, decides, I better stick to just finding those androids and keeping my power level low. Only eat when necessary. And with that, Cell's mostly staying low, keeping out of the way, and just trying to find the androids and absorb them whenever he can. He still absorbs people every now and then, but he does it at a much more slower and quieter rate, making it harder for the Dragon team to find him. After all, you know, Cell knows if Kami finds him again, he's finished. And, well, with that, the whole events on ground pretty much play out as per normal, with Kami challenging Android 17, and them having a really big fight. And it's not so much one-sided. Kami has a slight advantage on 17, you know, having his own skills as well. And it's, you know, it's enough to confuse 17 with Kami using mystical abilities as well as warrior-like abilities. It's a bit a confusing mess for 17. However, Cell pretty much takes advantage of the commotion like he does in the original and manages to absorb 17, becoming second stage Cell and pretty much instantly blowing a hole in Kami and pretty much begins to set his sights on Android 18 with Android 16 and 10 Shinhan trying to buy her that time like they do in the anime. Android 16 reeling in damage, they leave, and meanwhile, as for things to look out, Gohan is seeming a little down. He's lately been feeling quite useless. He wasn't able to save his father from the bug from Cell, and he's sort of been feeling a little bit of resentment towards Vegeta as of lately. Well, why is that, you ask? Well, Vegeta has been using up all his time that Gohan would have gotten with his father on the original timeline. And this is, it was fine at first, you know, Gohan was all understanding. Dad has another full-blooded Saiyan that's happy to train with him and grow stronger together and all that. And he is grateful for Vegeta showing him how to transform into a Super Saiyan as well, so he can better protect his friends too. But he can't help but feel a little bit resentful towards Vegeta, you know, almost calling her a homewrecker at some stage. You know, just taking up all this time with Gohan's father, rather than her, you know, being with Yamcha and settling with her family. And this is building up a little bit of resentment towards Vegeta and as well as his father. Gohan is feeling a little bit neglected. And with that, Goku and Vegeta do emerge from the Room of Spirit and Time, and it's Gohan and Trunks' turn, and Goku and Vegeta try to go down there and assist the Earthlings if they can. Now, does Vegeta intend to challenge Second Stage Cell like her male counterpart does in the original? Yes, of course, but with different motivations. Kill this bug man if she can, but most importantly, stop her from absorbing stop Cell from absorbing the other android. So no, Tien, Shinhan, and Kami are actually dead. Okay, so now we don't have any Dragon Balls. Now we have no Dragon Balls. So remember, Cell put a hole in Kami, and, well, what happened to Tien is pretty much self-explanatory. Killed over from overuse of the Tri-Beam. Once again, like he did with Nappa. Idiot. So with that, Goku and Vegeta do run into Second Stage Cell, and like I said, Vegeta's reasons for battling Cell are completely different. It's all about either finish this bugman off or stop him from absorbing androids. And this leads to Cell needing to find some sort of way to manipulate Vegeta differently than what he does in the original. Because, well, this one doesn't really share the same sort of weakness of the, of Saiyan pride, wanting to see the enemy's full power and all that like the original Vegeta does. And, well, with that, basically, Cell decides to play a different set of cards. If the Vegeta I heard of ever saw you, he'd think you're the biggest joke. Because remember, this Cell actually comes from an unaltered Future Trunks timeline, where everything's supposed to be normal, where Trunks is actually the son of Bulma and Prince Vegeta. So this Cell has the male counterpart Vegeta in him, not the female one, if you guys were getting any confusion there. I'm just nibbing that in the butt right now. So, yes, Cell knows he's going to have to use a different tactic. So he's playing the whole, the other one will call you a disgrace to the Saiyans and blah blah blah, and he's using this part to get under her skin. And well, that more or less does do the trick, putting Vegeta into a bit of a blind rage, and rather than using her common sense at this point, is basically attacking Cell wildly, and Second Stage Cell pretty much takes control of the fight, and actually doing some pretty good damage to Vegeta. Only because he changed her channel, I guess you could say. And well, because of this, and seeing that Goku was about to intervene in the fight, Second Stage Cell uses the Solar Flare and absorbs Android 18 out from under Krillin's nose, who of course was there protecting her like he does in the original. And we get Perfect Cell. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which Vegeta you are, you all fall for the same kind of trickery. And well, with that, Goku powers up all the way he can, and he has a pretty decent fight with Cell. Like, pretty close to what they had in the tournament, but ultimately, just like in the Cell games, Goku is clearly in the losing side of things. As Goku admits in the Cell games, he was going to lose, and this Goku knows he's no match for Perfect Cell, the way he is at the moment. He's gotten stronger, yes, can keep up with him, and well, Perfect Cell decided he's had enough testing his powers for now. Considering blowing Goku away, he has the same sort of conversation he has with the original Future Trunks. Tell me, Goku, can you get stronger? And the whole annunciation of the Cell games plays out. Meanwhile, with that gone and Goku recovering Vegeta, who's alive, still hanging in there, Goku takes her back to the lookout and gives her a sensu, and he fills everyone in about the Cell games and that, well, they're going to need a new Guardian of the Earth. Mr. Popo, of course, distraught over losing Kami. And, well, with that, Goku instant transmissions his way to Namek and picks up Dende, who is going to become the new Guardian, and, of course, resurrects the dragon. And with that, well, they're not going to use the Dragon Balls now because, well, we need to wish everyone back that Cell wipes out, not just Piccolo, or Kami, I should say, and Tien. So it's best to wait, after these Cell games, and you can undo all the damage done at once. And well, with that plan in mind, and the plan to meet Cell in these Cell games, suddenly the door to the room of Spirit and Time opens, and Gohan and Future Trunks steps out. And well, like before, and Gohan is distraught to hear the news about Kami, of course means Piccolo's dead as well, and but is also happy to see Dende, but he's more or less grief-stricken over Piccolo again. And well, more or less, time passes on, and we pretty much head to the beginning of the Cell games, and I think that's where we're going to leave things off for now. So what do you guys think? Did you like this installment? How will things differ with all these slightly different changes? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later.